Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the channel once again. Welcome to the Delight Flight. For those who follow the channel, I suppose you know where we are. Which one is this airport here? It is Aurangabad, where we landed last time, and actually we had an emergency landing due to electricity failure. So, we will continue from Aurangabad to our destination, which is Sylhet, Bangladesh, and we have our baby here. We have our baby that performed so well during the last flight. Biman Bangladesh Airlines, a brand new wonderful 777-300. Also, we said that Microsoft Flight Simulator doesn't offer us this luxury lots of times to have, the stairs operational. Here are the stairs. As far as I remember, when we landed, the stairs were red, isn't it? I'm sure about it. So, everyone get on board. I will remember this airport only for this reason, because the stairs were operational. Usually they are not. And also there were some tutorials lately, isn't it? And I suggest you to have a look. We said that here, exactly here, the kingdom of the drone camera, of the external camera, comes to an end. And exactly here are the borders with another kingdom, which is the internal cameras with a total different control. Outside is ARDF and so on. And here are the arrows inside the plane. Alt arrow, shift right and left arrow, and so on and so on. So please, you may board. We keep our promises. We continue to Sylhet. And also there was another promise that you can sit wherever you want inside the plane due to the inconvenience of the previous flight. So you can enter and choose whichever seat you prefer from the first class seats and then the business class seats and so on. We don't have too many passengers, so there is a more expensive seat for every one of you. Excellent. We started very well today. Have a look at these tutorials, please. Exactly this line here. We said those things also in Changchunglongjia, which is our last training center. There were 2 tutorials about the navigation. I insist on those things, actually. So, have a nice flight. But somehow I'm the pilot, I'm not the stewardess. This is a revolution, okay? A few things concerning controls is a real revolution. This thing is a revolution. Have a look at the tutorials, how to navigate in space and time. Because here, for instance, right now, everybody's on board, I suppose. It can take some time, months, years, if we're still alive. We dismiss the stairs. The wonderful pushback toolbar here is operational. Other times is not, concerning the stairs, I mean. And we close our exit door. Good. Now if we press insert, for instance, we are outside the aircraft. This is the external camera mode. Your baggages and so on, everything, catering, everything is just fine. We will not call no one. We will start up the engines and we will leave from Aurangabad. Wonderful weather. We started very well today. So I suppose I can go inside the cockpit. These facilities only the fleet of Captain Sim offers, okay? It is that simple, those things. You don't see to the default planes. Actually, what you see there, an empty cabin. These are the wonderful facilities of Captain Sim. That is why everyone hates Captain Sim, because he's too far ahead. Okay. Here it is. Isn't it? And here we are. There are tutorials about those things. So without any further explanation, let's start up the engines. Isn't it? And yes, we have a flight plan this time, and actually, unfortunately, we have an IFR plan. I say unfortunately because the e.t.c may be quite disturbing, but you know, we can manage about the e.t.c. We can disconnect it as well. Now please have a look here. We saw the flight plan on the FMC or FMS. We check these things, and we also see the flight plan on the VFR map. Maybe there will be a tutorial about the upgrade of the VFR map, okay? But now it's not the time. In general, new facility is that when you press here, you have some information about the airports. Earlier, you didn't have. I see that this doesn't work. The other way, you type the airport, let's say Victor Alpha Alpha, not Sierra, Victor Alpha Alpha uniform, and now if you press here, you see some details. This is quite important. This upgrade is done for me. That was a wish to Santa Claus. This upgrade is done for me, how to say? Because in general, I don't like to, you know, to have detailed flight plans lately. So here we have lots of details. Most of all, we see that we have two runways, 9 and 27, okay? So my runway is 9 east. In general, let's say we go northeast somehow. But I will not go to runway 09, okay? I will go to the other one. I will go to runway 27 because I want us to have a very nice view when we will depart from Aurangabad and to have a look at the town, to turn a little bit with the aircraft and to have some nice view. So I will choose the other runway. We leave. It is that simple. we go to 27. So, control, what is going on outside? Nothing. So, okay, control del, let us hope it works. Indeed. Okay. And we may leave. My wings are definitely higher than the stairs. Now, I want you to have a look, please, here. Okay. Let us line up if there is any reason. Now for the followers of the channel and not the 75-80% that leaves the clips in the first 20 seconds, okay? If I ask you, have a look. Which is this mode? Can you answer, please? Which is this mode here? Huh? Which is this mode here? And how can I continue to the runway? Because we said that outside the plane with the external cameras, isn't it? We cannot use the controls. Or not. You remember those things? Or you should follow the other rest 80% that left and go and have a look to the previous clips. We said that with the external camera, okay, this is the internal camera inside the cockpit. Now here we said that in order to navigate we press C. Here it is. I pressed C and see now I have control of the plane actually. Otherwise you can only move the camera, isn't it? And another question is, which is this mode? So, which is this mode? This is the lock mode. C, to have access to the controls. And we go to runway 27. Isn't it? Insert. You see the camera is locked. Insert again back to the cockpit. Actually, we also continue the lessons about the cameras, internal and external. Have a look here now. You see? So we go to our runway. Actually to the opposite side of our runway, because our runway was runway 9, but we said that we want to have a look at the town. See how wonderful, isn't it? This is a miracle. I mean, this is really something nice. Here it is. Biman, Bangladesh Airlines 777-300. Now see now what happens. I changed position, okay, no recordings, and there is a reason about it. I changed position, and here I am in the end of the runway from the other side, 09, okay. So I will set heading to the east, okay, because we will turn. Have a look, control, insert. We set slowly, otherwise it may spin and you have to restart your flight a little bit slowly. 90 degrees. Here it is. Have a look at the compass, east. Okay, heading mode is activated. Actually it is on hold because I didn't activate the autopilot yet, and we will try to have a cinematic view of the takeoff from this point of view. Okay, this is the drone camera, external mode, lock mode. Good. The rest we set later during flight to gain some time. Flaps 20. No, flaps maximum. F8 and flaps maximum because runway is only about 8,000-9,000 feet. So flaps maximum. I put on the autopilot an altitude of only 4,000 feet. Okay. And the vertical speed of only 1.2 thousand feet. Okay. Altitude is on, actually it is standby, and vertical speed once again to 1.2. Okay. Autopilot is not engaged. Good. Auto throttle, speed, control shift insert, 220 only. And that's all. So we must activate the auto throttle after takeoff and the autopilot. Let us see if it will be successful or not. We will not have any other chance because there is no recording. Control del. I release the parking brakes. No toga, no nothing. 95. I hope we will not exceed the runway. And I hope it will be successful because there will not be any other chance to do this now. Okay, 95. Okay, we are lined up. Insert to change the two modes, internal and lock mode. Okay, good, 110. Come on, here it is. Positive, I suppose. Excellent. Excellent. Have a look now. Excellent. Here it is. Okay, good. So what we said, auto throttle engaged. Why not? And autopilot engaged with heading mode. So we turn. Shift H. Excellent. And we are ascending to 4,000 feet, isn't it? Okay, good. Auto throttle worked. Very good. Excellent. Gear up. Flaps retracted. Auto throttle works. We still have the lock mode here, isn't it? And now, what we do now? What we said that we do now? We didn't have a look at the town, but anyhow. Now, navigation. Good. So we must follow our flight plan now. Let us hope that we will. In Hyderabad it brought us back to the airport. I hope not this time. You see? Low profile, 4,000 feet. We already climbed 4,000 feet with a vertical speed of 1 to 2,000. Low profile. Where is the town? Is the town in front of us? Good. Those are the saved cameras, isn't it? And remind me to save one more. We found one nice camera also somewhere in the aft. Okay. And these are the default camera views of the 777-300. Some are nice, not many, but some are nice. Not many, only a few are nice camera views. Actually those two, I think, and the landing camera. Yes. Good. We check once again that we follow our flight plan. I think we do. Excellent, excellent. We follow our flight plan. Good. Little by little we follow our flight plan. So now let us try to be a little bit precise, not for a long time, and have a look at our legs. Control 4. How much? 37,000 feet. This is too much, sorry. No, not 37,000. This is for me too much. I mean, I have some, height anxiety. No, I don't want 37,000. So we change this. How do we change this? Initial reference, performance, 37. No, 37. Let us make it 11,000 feet. Cruise altitude set to 11,000 feet. Cost index. See other tutorials about cost index. Why we change it to 10. Good. So legs, I think it's, you see it changed. It changed to 11,000 feet now. Excellent. And so we will go to 11,000 feet. And now what we do? Try to understand the logic behind all those things. Okay, we are en route. We follow our flight plan. Okay, not a big sin. We change the altitude. So let us make it a little bit more complicated. I hope that you are already a little bit familiar with the FMS or FMC, flight management system, flight management computer, flight management controls, whatever. I will not use the FMC this time, no. Have a look. Oh. Altitude 11, isn't it? Today I'm more talkative. Maybe I will also contact with the tower. 11,000 feet. Control, page up. There is a tutorial about the controls. Have a look. 11,000 feet. Good. Vertical speed. Vertical speed, something steep. 2.5 I want. 2.5. The plane struggles because we have a low speed on the auto throttle, and we go to maximum. We go 340 indicated airspeed. So we climb quickly. 340. You see, Control Shift together and insert. Exactly, 340. 345. I want something like this. So, I suppose with the autopilot, soon we will climb with a quite steep ascent. Vertical speed is to 2,000 feet. We will climb to 11,000 feet, which is the correct new altitude of our next waypoint. We saw it here. We changed actually all the waypoints. 11,000 feet. To Box we go now, after which it will be Ninat, after which it will be Tamit, and so on. So we climb. Let us check that flaps are retracted, and also here is retracted. Excellent. Have a look again. Here the needle, our new altitude 11. You see vertical speed 2.2, and here also vertical speed 2.2. We already climbed to 8,000, and soon we will stabilize. Everything is just perfect. We go Sylhet. Let us hope that we go Sylhet with Biman Bangladesh Airlines. A wonderful company, and performed well in an emergency situation. The last flight, Pune, which one? Hyderabad, Pune, wasn't it? Yes? No, it was Pune Sylhet, but unfortunately it became Pune Aurangabad due to the emergency landing because of the electricity failure. We go to 10,000 feet. We also check the systems from time to time. Let us change also here the range, because still we have a range of the airport only 0.25 nautical miles. No, let us make it maximum 320. Excellent. Here are also our waypoints. Have a look. Isn't it? Good. And now we must stabilize. Let us have a look. Let us have a look. We must stabilize. Throttle will be reduced automatically. We see it already. Engine 60% are running. Vertical speed, needle here. We said those things, isn't it? Here is the needle goes to 0, and we're stabilized at our correct altitude of 11,000 feet. Everything goes just perfect. Good. Very good. ATC can be extremely annoying because we have an IFR plan. Okay. Anyhow, worst chance we will disconnect them. Mumbai Center again. Request flight following.
Mumbai Center, Biman 9er Tree 69er, is type Boeing Tree 9er miles east of Aurangabad, 11,000 feet. Request flight following.
Maybe now she will ask the other altitude, 37.
Biman 9er Tree 69er Mumbai Center. Squawk 7175.
Tilde key. Have a look at the tutorial. We don't use the mouse. We said we try to avoid using the mouse. One, acknowledge, tilde key.
Biman 9er Tree 69er.
I'm very curious now.
Biman 9er Tree 69er radar contact for 2 miles east
Good.
of Aurangabad, 11,000 feet.
Excellent.
Altimeter 29.992.
Excellent. Okay, she accepted the ATC, the traffic control, accepted the change of the flight plan. Otherwise, she would have said, climb to 37, how much was it? Climb to 37,000 feet. No, she accepted the change in the flight plan.
Did you copy?
Yes, I copied. tilde and 1.
Roger,
Acknowledge.
Biman 9er tree 69er.
And also we can see here that we indeed have an IFR plan this time because we press 1.
Mumbai
Activated.
Center, Biman 9er tree 69er 47 miles east of Aurangabad. Request IFR to Sylhet, ready to copy.
Sylhet. Good.
Biman 9er
Excellent.
tree 69er is cleared to Sylhet Airport as filed. Squawk 7175.
Tilde key. Acknowledge. 1.
Biman 9er tree 69er cleared to Sylhet Airport as filed. Squawk 7175.
Yes, darling, I did. Acknowledge.
Continue to do box turning and following heading 070, resume own navigation, descend and maintain 7,000 feet. Biman 9er tree 69er.
I don't have to descend. I'm at 11,000
Biman
feet.
9er tree 69er descend and maintain 8,000 feet.
Now let me disagree with this 8,000 feet. See now what we do. See now what we do. I acknowledge
Descend
first.
and maintain 8,000 feet. Biman 9er tree 69er.
I acknowledge first, and then, this is important, we haven't seen those things. I go 2, increase 3,000 feet. I ask 11.
Mumbai Center, Biman 9er tree 69er.
Not 10.
Request 10,000 feet.
I press 2.
Biman 9er tree 69er descend and maintain 10,000 feet.
Acknowledge.
Descend and maintain 10,000 feet. Biman 9er tree 69er.
And once again, 2, increase.
Mumbai Center, Biman 9er tree 69er. Request 13,000 feet.
I don't know why we don't have
Biman 9er
11.
tree 69er climb and maintain 13,000 feet.
Anyhow, not a big difference. Let us go to 13. We have a maximum speed, so it will not take long. I go to 13,000 feet. Vertical speed I change. Let it be. Important is to learn something, not to be precise. And to
Biman 9er tree 69er acknowledge last transmission.
arrive safely to your next destination. Okay, 13, whatever you like.
Climb and maintain 13,000 feet. Biman 9er
e.t.c
tree
can be
69er.
very annoying, okay? I mean, she can be very annoying but because I had 11,000 feet and she should say, okay, 11,000 feet, follow your route and like this something. Instead of this, she sent us to 8,000 feet. But anyhow, now I decrease 3. To decrease or not to decrease? Let it be, I will not decrease. I could ask, for instance, to decrease 2,000 and then it will be just fine, 11,000 feet. Also something else, she said about the barometric pressure, 29.92. Okay, so those things, okay, we haven't said because they are not very important. They are not very important, okay. Why they are not very important, you know? I will tell you why. Where is the barometric pressure? Flight director on also, okay, the cross, the pink cross. Have a look here. She said 29.92. Usually barometric pressure is something like this, 29.92. This is normal. So if we go here, this we haven't seen. I can change, for instance, I can correct my barometric pressure, for instance. Here is 29.94. Let it be 29.92. And also there is another way, please be attentive. For instance, if we have a wrong barometric pressure, now for instance I put 30. B, I press B on the keyboard and it corrects automatically. It will be corrected automatically. You see 29.92. B, D, U on the keyboard. Always press those from time to time. B, D, U corrects, B corrects your indicator here, the barometric pressure. See now what happened, huh? Nobody told me nothing. The stewardess should inform me that we left the door open. I saw it here, on the warnings. Have a look. And this happened also another time. I'm sure that we left one door open. Let us have a look. Let us have a look. 5. Why we have a door left open? Which one? Catering service I didn't ask. And I'm sure that I asked for jetway disconnection. Like, okay, stairs disconnection. But now we will see something ugly. Please, my apologies. Please, my apologies. We will see something ugly here. No, I didn't see something ugly. I mean, let me have a look again. So it is a wrong indication, you see? Door. So it is a wrong indication. You always check your instruments from time to time, okay? Here it is. This is a wrong indication. I mean, all the doors are closed. Let us check it once again. Insert, external camera, front door, aft, middle doors. I don't see any kind of problem, isn't it? Anyhow, I want my altitude. I want my cruising altitude, and my cruising altitude is 11. So what do we do here now? Tilde key, okay? Decrease altitude, how much? We are 13,000 now. 2. So?
Mumbai Center, Biman, 9er tree, 6-9er. Request 11,000 feet.
Exactly. She will accept it, isn't it?
Biman 9er tree, 6-9er descend and maintain 11,000 feet.
Control page down. Okay. Vertical speed. Control end. There is a tutorial about, please have a look. We don't use the mouse. I mean, use your mouse when you play
Biman 9er tree, 6-9er. Did you copy?
video games. Wait, my darling. Please wait a second. Give me some time. Okay. Acknowledge.
Descend
1.
and maintain 11,000 feet Biman,
We
9er
will
tree,
go to
6-9er.
11,000 feet now, which is the correct altitude set on the FMC or FMS. Excellent. Now, why we found ourselves in Aurangabad? Okay, Aurangabad, wasn't it? Nobody knows. Only God knows why we found ourselves there with an electrical failure. Nobody knows why. It was not a pre-planned destination, this Aurangabad. Our way. Okay, Ninat and then Tamid, isn't it? We see it here. Now I decided to make something else. You know, in general, the higher you fly, the less fuel you consume, and also the journey is shorter. So I will resist to my heights, how to say this, height phobia. I will resist on this, okay? I will resist. And I go control 4 and I change my altitude to 30,000 feet. It is a long flight. We will go to 30 now. Initial reference, performance, 110, I will make it 30. Wait. 300 here. 300. 30,000 feet. Okay, yes, indeed, 300. It's written like this. So, we set 30,000. We set it on the FMS. We continue. We just apply the things that we have learned so far. How we will go to 30,000? How will we go? Huh? Autopilot 30,000 vertical speed, let's say 2,000 rate of ascent. Is this fine with you? Of course it is fine with you. This is the easy answer though. It is the easy answer. No, we will use vertical speed navigation and we will test the systems of the 767. We close the map and have a look here. We press vertical speed now. We forget the autopilot. The plane is controlled by the FMS or FMC, whatever you like. So we will see if it works. Most of all, we must climb to 30,000 now. Speed is reduced, of course we ascend and we cannot reach the speed. Our speed is little by little reduced. So I suppose that we will go with the FMS, isn't it, to 30,000 feet. And also something else that I don't like, here actually it is a bug. This is not correct. It is just fine. Let us increase 10,000, which is the maximum. 1.
Descend and maintain 11,000
And
feet
little
Biman,
by little she
9er
will
tree,
agree.
6-9er.
See now. 2. Increase. I cannot go immediately to 30,000. It is until 10,000 feet, the limit.
Mumbai Center, Biman, 9er tree,
21
6-9er.
first. I hope she will accept
Request
it.
flight level
She can even
210.
decline it, huh? Isn't it?
Biman 9er tree,
Okay, good.
6-9er
And then we
climb
will ask for
and
another
maintain flight level
9,000.
210.
And we will be totally precise. Acknowledge 1.
Climb and maintain flight level 210 Biman, 9er tree, 6-9er.
So I was saying that the bug, what I don't like is that this vertical speed, when you use the FMS, it is quite steep. I mean, in the beginning it was 6,000. This is too much. Now, of course, we lose speed and it is 3,000. But somehow here something doesn't work properly. I mean, you cannot that easily ascend with 6,000-7,000 feet per minute, but the computer of the 767 allows this. It is too steep. Okay, 3,000 now. And I'm very curious. I think that, okay, 767 is reliable. I mean, I have tested lots of times. So I think we will little by little stabilize to 30,000 feet. Maximum engine, 99%. See here.
Biman, descend and maintain flight level 210.
Okay, I agree. Tilde, 1.
Descend and maintain flight level
And have a look now.
210 Biman, 9er tree, 6-9er.
2 on the keyboard. And another 9, please. Another 9.
Mumbai Center, Biman, 9er tree, 6-9er. Request flight level tree 10.
Another 8 was.
Biman 9er tree, 6-9er climb and maintain
I
flight
will
level
correct it
310.
immediately.
Climb
Acknowledge.
and maintain flight level tree 10 Biman, 9er tree, 6-9er.
Anyhow, and then we will go to 30,000. Or can I do it now? For instance, if I go 3 degrees and 1.
Mumbai Center,
Excellent,
Biman,
excellent,
9er tree,
excellent.
6-9er.
30,000.
Request flight level tree 00.
And such a nice controller. I mean, whatever I suggest, she agrees.
Flight level 300.
Other times you hear request denied. Other times you hear request denied. But usually this is when you fly low. Acknowledge 1.
Climb and maintain flight level tree 00 Biman, 9er tree,
27,000
6-9er.
feet. Let us have a look at the PFD. Primary flight display. Come on. Needle down and soon it will be 30,000, which is the altitude set on the FMS or FMC. 29 already. 29.5, 29.6. 30. Excellent. 767 is very reliable and we said that it is a must. Go, save some money. Save some money in the 767-400 and especially these two, 777-300 also. You must buy these planes, those two. If you don't want to buy, I mean the other two, 777-200. The two 777-200s, the airliner and the cargo. Okay, new altitude, 30,000 feet. Let us press B. And you see here that sometimes, if there is a correction, this will change. So I press B. Okay, everything is fine. How is time acceleration? You remember those things? The tutorials are about your navigation in space-time, according to Einstein's theory, not mine. Okay. R, you pressed R on the keyboard, Control, you keep Control pressed, and on the numpad, plus. Maximum 4 times, not more. You may have a crash. 1, 2, 3. Now we accelerate the time like this. Minus 1, 2, 3. I suppose that you cannot see this, but I will save the flight at the current point. Go to flight recorder, record, stop recording, save. There is also a tutorial about it in Lugano, about these things, where we had a crash in the beginning of the clip. You can also have a look. So in case that something happens, at least I can continue my flight from this point. Here we see engines, airspeed, fuel, angle of attack, flaps, altitude, vertical speed, and also with the external camera we have the same controls here, okay, you see them. And so, anyhow, there was some critique that I shouldn't do this because real pilots don't have this. They only have the instruments. Yes, but the instruments somehow I don't see them very well. I mean, I must always magnify like this to see what is going on, and this is not very useful. This is number one. And number two, if for instance I didn't have these controls here, where would you have been right now? I mean, when we had the electricity failure going from Pune to Sylhet, where would you have been right now? Tell me. With a blank screen on the instruments, you remember if you watched the previous flight, with no indications at all, because at least I had a look a little bit. I knew which my speed was. Speed is the most important. Speed and height, speed and altitude, okay, those two. So I suggest that you have this assistance here. It is on the general controls. If you want to know how you activate them, please let me know. Only these indications here saved us. It is that simple. And also when you use the external camera, I have some friends that they fly with the external camera. It's just fine. Otherwise, we don't know nothing. It is good to have these controls, yes. I suggest them definitely. Also, another problem when you accelerate the time or decelerate the time is that you must remember very well how many times you pressed plus or minus. Because, for instance, if you press it 4 times and then you press minus 3 times, for instance, this also happens sometimes. Of course, you understand that you continue your flight with flight acceleration. I mean, this is not normal. So always when you accelerate the time, remember how many times you pressed plus. 4 times you pressed plus in order to go back to normal speed. Afterwards, you must 4 times press minus. But what to say, you must be a little bit careful. Somehow, okay, you see outside. I mean, you can feel if it is the correct speed. Okay, everything is just fine. And also a few things more right now. If we go Control 4 and have a look at our legs, we must have in mind that after Otaba, this one, of course it is a long distance, but after Otaba, you see here is Dumka, and then we go to 3,000 feet, isn't it? So we must also descend, but still there is quite some time after Otaba. We still have Dosat, Oponi, Nipat, and then Otaba. So there is plenty of time. Listen, I will leave FMS mode, okay, for this reason, because we are quite high, okay, we are 30,000 feet, And somehow our speed is dramatically reduced. I mean, it is only 240 knots. No. I will go to maximum speed. On the autopilot, I set 30,000 feet. It is that simple. Fuel is for free. We don't pay for the fuel in the simulator. Yes, otherwise we will have the whole journey with 240. No. No, no, no. So altitude, 30,000. So now I leave the lateral navigation mode. So altitude hold, you see, only navigation, no lateral, only lateral navigation, no vertical navigation now. And we go back to, okay, auto throttle is on. I go to 360. I will hear an overspeed. Control Shift plus insert. Yes, I'm afraid I will hear an overspeed. Let us have a look here at the primary flight display. And soon there is another waypoint. The red line will appear. Engine's 98%. Okay, this is not too much realistic. Anyhow, we must reach Sylhet. And the sooner the better. Even 330. And now it goes to Mach, you see. We don't have any more speed, we have Mach because we are flying quite high. 0.88. Maybe we will hear an overspeed. Okay, 340. Our next we left Otava and we go to Dumka now. Okay, so this is our new waypoint. The distance, from time to time we check all this. We see to Dumka it is 249, okay, 250. Now we press N and we see after Otava here is Dumka and it is 252. The actual distance between Otava and Dumka is 252. We didn't have a tutorial about it, there is no reason. I mean, learn the other things first and then tell me to have a tutorial about navlog and so on. But anyhow, when we change waypoints, it is good to see these things. We will see it maybe later when we will go to the next waypoint after Dumka. After Dumka, we are close to the airport, what? But anyhow, when you change waypoints, okay, for instance, Otava, Dumka, you have this map in front of you, okay, navlog with N, okay, this one. Okay, I see, you see it. And when it goes to change waypoint, I mean when the plane will be somewhere here, you see, for instance, when we were to Otava is in Canada. Okay, so you say, for instance, you ask yourself, which is the distance? Otava Dumka is 252. Otava Dumka, it is 252. In this mode, this doesn't change. So you have a look here. I think the cursor works today. And you see, is it really 250? 252, for instance. So if it is, everything is okay. Now, for instance, we are going closer to Dumka. It is not 250. This is the distance between the two waypoints, okay? And now I will show you something else. Okay, a little bit careful because you can have a crash. Now we will accelerate the time. Okay, have a look here, please. Have a look. Let us forget this navlog. This activated with N. Okay, N. N for navlog and V for the VFR map. Those are extremely important controls. Mostly V, VFR map. Okay. So have a look here. Dumka, 225.6 miles. I will accelerate time. Have a look. R, control. Have a look. 222, let's say 233. 1, 2, 3 times plus. See now? 20, 219, 216, 213, 212, 211, 10, 209, 208, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 200. I keep pressing control, 1, 2, 3 times, and you see somehow that it is reduced. Dumka 187, R, control, plus 1, 2, 3 times. You see how quickly now we reduce the nautical miles. 177, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Let us continue a little bit. Okay, let us continue a little bit. 3, 1, 0. 1, 2, 3 times minus. So back to normal time. Excellent, excellent. Everything goes so smooth and so fine. Everything is just fine. We change waypoint. Oh, we have a problem. So we descend to 20,000 feet. The anxiety of the landing. Three, decrease. 9.
Calcutta Center, Biman, 9er tree, 6-9er. Request flight level 200.
I hope she will accept it. Acknowledge.
Descend and maintain flight level 230. Expect flight level 200 Biman, 9er tree, 6-9er.
So now it's changed to indicated airspeed, not 158. You see, let us make it 250. Increase 4, 3.
Dhaka Center, Biman,
Yes, I want
9er tree,
20,000
6-9er.
exactly.
Request flight level
Overspeed.
200.
Okay, we avoided the speed
Biman,
brakes.
9er tree, 6-9er, descend and maintain flight level 230. Expect flight level 200.
Okay.
Descend and maintain flight level 230. Expect flight level 200 Biman, 9er tree, 6-9er.
Let me have a look if I can arrange this with the auto throttle, because this is quite frustrating at the moment. For instance, if I go here and I arm the auto throttle, better to not to risk that much, I mean, with the speed brakes. Okay, I armed again the auto throttle. Control Shift plus insert, let us make 280. Okay, I change the frequencies. 1, 2. I hope I will not have any disturbance now. Worst chance we will contact again to ask for the desired runway, which is, let me see, 11, isn't it?
I'm in 9er tree, 6-9er. Please expedite.
Oh
your
no,
descent flight
I mean I
level
changed the
230.
frequencies. Why? Or I didn't.
Bangladesh tree 4.
Okay, anyhow, I changed the frequency now. 93 miles, 20,000 feet. According to my calculation, okay, now we are 83 approximately miles from the next waypoint, this D230 left L. So 51 miles far, 51 miles far from this waypoint. I must descend with a rate of 1.4 thousand in order, when I will reach the 230L, to have an altitude of 3,000 feet. Approximately, this cannot be extremely precise, because if we go here and we have a look at our legs, we see that when we will reach this D230L, it says 3,000, it is not 20. So I must lose 17,000 feet. The elevation of the airport is not important. I have written down 84 only. Feet elevation. So let us check if we have the frequency. If I have the ILS frequency, runway is 11. A little bit faster now. Yes, and indeed I have 111.50. Yes, 111.50, runway 11. Let us change also the course here. Okay, both. Though this is not that important. Okay. Now it is a little bit some things of landing procedure actually. Decision height show ground proximity warning system, it is on. Okay, 60 miles we are far from this waypoint, so 60 miles. We said 3,000 from 20. I said 3,000. Better earlier than later. This is a major rule. I said 3,000. Okay, the elevation 100, let's say 3,100. Okay, vertical speed 280 multiplied with 5, 180. Yes, 1.4, which to me seems to be a lot, but anyhow, I think we will reach earlier. 1.4. Let it 1.5. Better earlier than later. I have lateral navigation mode, yes. But anyhow, we are descending and a little bit the plane stabilized. You always check what is going on. And we go to 3.1, isn't it? 1,000 feet, yes. And also I must have an approach actually. I must have an approach. So I go arrival, ILS 11. ILS 11, no stars, no nothing, execute. There are no waypoints here. I mean, what is the plane doing right now? I don't know why the plane is banking actually. I mean, I really don't know. Okay, worst chance we will have a missed approach. What to say? It is just fine. We will have a missed approach. Let me see if my approach appeared. My approach didn't appear. ILS 11. To put a transition, okay, let us put a transition. Execute. Let me have a look now. Okay, good. Now that we have a transition, at least somehow, yes, okay. We have an approach at least. Okay, good. We put a transition though. It is okay, it is just fine. I keep an eye here what is going on. I don't like this banking. I will increase my speed even more, otherwise we will not reach our waypoint with an altitude of 3.1 thousand feet. Let me see. Okay, 17 miles. Okay, good. We even managed to descend on time. Yes, what we said that when we will reach the next waypoint here, we want an altitude of 3.1, isn't it? 13.4 miles far. We are at 7.5 thousand and we are descending. Yes, of course, I changed the vertical speed, isn't it? I mean, it is not 1.45, 1,450 that it was suggested. It is close to 2,000. But anyhow, I can reduce it now a little bit. Okay, we will be there on time. 1.6,000, and I also reduce my speed. Not my heading, my speed. Control Shift. 250, so excellent. Actually, the calculations were a little bit precise. So when we will reach the waypoint, more or less, we will be about 3,100 feet. And also, I see the localizer appeared, which is good news. Of course, we still have some time. I really don't know now what to do. I mean, to ask for a runway or just to go and land and make my life easier. We're quite close. Let me have a look. What, I lost my flight plan? Excellent. I mean, yeah, excellent. 4 miles far. This is precision. I mean, the calculation was more or less correct, and we reached 3,100 feet, and now we turn to final, more or less, soon. Okay, request full stop landing.
Sylhet
It
Tower
will be
Biman,
annoying
9er
now,
tree,
this.
69er, 13 miles southwest, 3,400 feet to land.
If she gives another runway.
Biman 9er tree, 69er Sylhet
Okay,
Tower.
good, 11.
Altimeter 29er.9er,
Okay.
2 wind 061 at 4. Make left base runway 11.
Sorry, glide slope appeared, but localizer didn't appear. So, flaps. Speed reduced to 180, 170, 165, let's say. Good. Must bring also the recorder. You see, localizer didn't appear. It's so annoying. It didn't appear. I mean, I cannot have an ILS approach only with the glide slope. The glide slope, of course, it is correct. Okay, it is just correct. And worst chance, I have the heading mode of the runway, the heading of the runway standby, which is 110. I was so concentrated with the landing. Yes, unfortunately, I don't have the localizer. I mean, it is clear. I doubt if it will appear later. So we go to land. See now, localizer appeared and glide slope disappeared. Anyhow, let us go to approach mode. Let us go to localizer mode, not... Yes, localizer appeared. Glide slope didn't appear. We went to localizer mode. We must have both in order to go to approach mode. Okay, disengage the autopilot. I'm quite high. And I disengage also the auto throttle.
I'm in 9er tree, 69er wind 061 at 4. Cleared to land runway 11.
Acknowledge. One.
Cleared to land runway 11 Biman 9er tree, 69er.
I cannot reduce my speed. Maximum flaps. Maximum flaps. And I have also the speed brakes. Have a look. Okay, my speed is reduced at least, and I go to 25. Okay. Now both appeared, but now it is too late. Now I have both. I see both the localizer and the glide slope, but now it is too late. I mean, 1-2 miles far from the runway. Elevation also, not to forget. Landing gear. Okay, I hope we still have time, isn't it? Okay.
Landing gear.
Okay.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
What is discussed now here?
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
terrible, but anyhow we are used to it.
200.
Okay. $150 only. Not good, not good. I don't like this to land.
40. 30. 20.
I don't like it. Let it be, I will touch down.
Biman 9er tree 69er exit runway when able.
I go to replay. Okay, gear down was at the very last moment, but this is not something special because gear was down on time. Okay. So, this is the recording of the landing from the captain's point of view. Localizer and glide slope appear too late. Okay, we are a little bit high here. This is a little bit high. 2.5 thousand. Elevation is only 100. Of course, we were not perfectly lined up. I will not change the landing because, you know, for instance, you don't see it, but I have the ability to press, let's say, pause replay and to have another landing right here. But I will not do this. You don't see the flight recorder. I can press pause replay, then stop replay, and I continue and have a second landing. No.
Landing here. Landing here. Landing
Okay,
here.
gear down is on time.
Landing here. Landing here.
We slightly, for a few seconds,
Landing here.
1-2 seconds, missed the runway. There was some kind of gust that I don't know why at the very last moment. Why this gust appeared. We are not lined up. I mean, this is what to say. Okay, we have seen also other landings like this. But I want to believe, and so it seems because I saw the replay, that we were always on asphalt.
100.
Have a look.
50. 40. 30. 20.
This is important now, not the rate of descent.
10.
Have a look. This here. Yes. I don't know why this thing happened.
300.
I really don't know. And of course I didn't want to have a missed approach, there was no reason. Have a look. The runway of course is quite narrow, I mean the runway is quite narrow for a 767.
50. 40. 30. 20.
We touched a little bit the white line, the left white line of the runway, the borders of the runway, not the grass, okay? We stopped on time, of course. This is how it goes. I found exactly the point where I touched the left white border line.
100. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10,
Touchdown. Here. Now. Yes, okay, we touched the white line and a little bit we were outside. I mean, it is that simple. Let us have a look at these two cameras from the other side, the external and the drone camera, the lock mode. These two.
20, 10,
It would be nice to stay here. Yeah, this exactly. Yes, yes, this one. Yes, this one. This pathetic one. This ugly one. So we will not insist. Also, we will not insist. Let us retract the spoilers. This never happened, isn't it? We don't have any other landing like this. But that is exactly what happened. I just don't know why it was this gust at the very last moment. What? Yes, that's all. And here there is nothing in Sylhet, unfortunately. I cannot even park. What to do here? I will finish it somewhere here. So small is this airport here, only for two planes. I don't put the blame on the plane. I mean, Biman went just excellent all the way till the runway. There was no reason for this gust. I mean, there was really no reason. The runway is quite narrow indeed. But this is not an excuse. I mean, this is not an excuse, definitely. Okay, we're about to finish. The bus is waiting for us, it seems. Let it here. Parking brakes. Let us set the parking brakes. Okay. I didn't even retract laps, only the spoilers. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is all for now. No comment. I don't have something to say. Of course, I'm disappointed. I mean, what to say. Okay, this is the aftermath. I had the look, of course. Okay, this is the airport in Sylhet, isn't it? Our runway was 11. We came from here to land, isn't it? And I checked it out. Yes, it is actually, it is extremely precise. The simulator is extremely precise. Even here, in the beginning, we tried to go to the gates from here, if you remember. And actually, there were two planes. Indeed, there are two jetway connections. And then we went back and we came somewhere here. We parked the plane, isn't it? Runway 11, somewhere here anyhow we landed. And yes, indeed, there is asphalt. There is a threshold here somehow. So I suppose actually nothing happened. I really insist on this. This is where we touched down actually, isn't it? We touched down somewhere here. The left wheels, isn't it? Yes, the left wheels, somewhere here. A little bit, something like this was. If this has any meaning right now, I mean, because afterwards you can analyze a lot and so on. Somewhere here, yes. But at least I was glad to see that there was an asphalt. Yes, the runway is, as I said, quite narrow. So this is the aftermath. Thank you for watching this clip and hope to see you soon to the next one. Bye for now.